Hello everyone. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, thank you. With Steve Burton returning to the soap opera scene, will Jason Morgan returning to General Hospital? A fervent group of fans of General Hospital will be thrilled to see Stone Cold return to Port Charles. Will it, nevertheless, actually happen? For the past 12 months, the actor Jason Morgan has experienced a roller coaster trip. Steve Burton completed the filming. Additionally, November 30, 2021 was his last air day on General Hospital. Here's why he left, in case you were unaware. Out of the 4 soap operas, General Hospital was the only one to implement a vaccination requirement. Burton disclosed that he requested medical and religious exemptions, as he had previously been diagnosed with COVID-19. Burton, nevertheless, claimed that he was turned down for both exceptions. He thus coordinated the exit of his character with the higher authorities. Reports from the General Hospital backstage indicate that he departed amicably and with mutual regard. The actor added that he would be thrilled to play Jason Morgan again on General Hospital if everything worked out. "It's about personal freedom to me," he stated. "Nobody should, in my opinion, lose their job because of this." But the attractive actor received worse news than that following her departure from General Hospital. The former Jason actor had personal trouble. Additionally, the plot of it read like a soap opera. In 1999, Steve Burton wed Sherry Gustin Burton, a woman of almost 20 years, and suddenly everything collapsed. Sherry shared a picture of herself with a tiny baby bump in early May 2022. She announced that she is expecting her 4th kid and accompanied the photo, saying, "Life sure is full of surprises." However, Steve Burton revealed something shocking after General Hospital viewers applauded her spouse. He indicated they would break up and that the baby wasn't his. Then, claiming irreconcilable differences, he filed for divorce from Sherry 2 months later. According to his court documents, spousal support was to be denied to her. He has since devoted his time to his children and his job. 3 days after divorcing, Steve Burton made a surprise appearance in the soap drama. No, Jason Morgan wasn't there. Rather, it was in the part that made its debut. On Days of Our Lives, Burton returned to his role as Harris Michaels from the 1980s. His first appearance was on the Peacock streaming spin-off of the NBC soap opera, Beyond Salem. Does that imply that he will visit General Hospital in the future as Jason? Perhaps. However, it appears that Days may easily pull him onto the main series. He and Ron Carlivati, the showrunner of DOOO, have a history dating back to the time Ron worked as the top writer at General Hospital. In the event that NBC decides not to bring Jason back to life, Steve Burton may receive another chance to play Harris. There have been a lot of fans asking if Jason Morgan will return to General Hospital, and there have been rumors of a Stone Cold comeback. We'll keep you informed if anything changes. Some of the best couples during the day are found at General Hospital. To just a couple, most adore Luke and Laura and Sonny and Carly. However, there have also been a few duds in there. Certain characters are just not meant to be together. These are the 7 worst combinations we have ever seen. On General Hospital, Maxie Jones. Kirsten Storms is a cherished legacy character. However, it's a fact that the girl has made some rather poor choices. Zachary Gurd's character, Levi Dunkelman, was among the worst. Maxie acknowledged Levi as her spiritual mentor and insisted he helped her get her life back on course. She took him to Port Charles, but he was distrusted by Nathan West, Ryan Pavey, and Max Scorpio, John J. York. Maxie still intended to wed him. Maxie came to the conclusion that the sexy cop and her stepdad were right. Levi then took the Aztec jewelry belonging to her mother Felicia Jones, Christina Wagner. Additionally, he abducted Lulu Spencer, M. Raylan, and Maxie. Nathan ultimately shot Levi, but Maxie and a knife ultimately proved to be the fatal weapon. The bright side was that Maxie eventually found handsome Nathan. On General Hospital, Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, has dated a number of ladies. Fans, however, never believed that his connection with Emily Quartermain, Natalia Livingston, was right. They did not appear to be compatible in any manner. On General Hospital, Emily was one of the most endearing characters ever. When she was younger, she lived with Alan Quartermain, Stuart Damon, and Monica, Leslie Charleson. The Qs adopted her and spoiled her after her mother passed away from cancer. Alongside Tyler Christopher's Nicholas Cassadine, she was also a part of the teen scene. In addition, Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, and Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst. Later on, she and Nicholas had a legendary and wonderful love story. In the meantime, Sonny was a merciless mob leader. There was always a risk to his life. Not what Alan and Monica had hoped for their daughter. The match did not even meet the approval of Emily's brother, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton. Besides, Sonny had known her since she was a young child. Sonny's gentler side was revealed by Emily. She also supported him when he struggled with his mental illness. Nevertheless, fans felt that their relationship was disgusting and were relieved when it ended. Having said that, on General Hospital, Monica Quartermain and Ned Ashton, Kurt McKinney, were an unfortunate couple. When Ned was younger, he worked as ward at Green Meadows Spa in 1988. Monica was a spa guest when he first met her. She is Ned's aunt via marriage, but they had an affair without realizing it. Ned returned to Port Charles later and attempted to carry on the romance. In the end, he fell in love with Dawn Winthrop, Jennifer Guthrie, Monica's long-lost daughter. Dawn called off the wedding on the day of the event after learning of her fiance's affair with her mother. Ned and Monica were honest with the family. Alan Quartermain then assaulted his nephew. Fans of General Hospital were happy to put that relationship behind them. Anna and Luke. Indeed, Luke and Anna, but only momentarily. Longtime friends Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, and Lute Spencer, Anthony Jerry, they developed into something more in 2012. When her daughter Robin Scorpio, Kimberly McCullough, died, she turned to him. They became a pair on General Hospital when sparks took off. Ian Buchanan plays Duke Lavery, who returns to town throughout their romance. Luke thought less of him, and it proved that he had good reason to be. Cesar Faison, Anders Hove, was actually Duke in disguise. Due to her belief that Luke would always be in love with Laura Spencer, Anna ultimately decided to break up with Luke. It was always better for these two to be friends. Luke ultimately ended up with Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, rather than Laura, before he permanently left Port Charles. On General Hospital, however, nothing is ever permanent. Another General Hospital duo that gives some viewers the creeps is Morgan Corinthos, Brian Craig, and Ava Jerome, Maura West. Morgan first got to know Ava on General Hospital when he started dating Kiki Jerome, Haley Aaron, her daughter. Ava fell in love with Morgan, but their connection was toxic. Ava Jerome was also adored by Morgan Corinthos. He still had feelings for her daughter, though. Worse, Ava became pregnant after engaging in cryptic sexual relations with Morgan's father. Morgan used to be unaware of whether Ava was carrying his child or his brother. It turned out that Ava Jerome's child was either Morgan's or Sonny's daughter. There was yet more devastation to come. A vehicle bomb that was intended for Ava's brother Julian Jerome, William DeVry, killed Morgan. That followed Ava Jerome changing Morgan Corinthos' bipolar medication. Morgan had a manic episode because of Ava. This still plagues her to this day. It was detested by many viewers. However, Carly Corinthos briefly fell in love with Franco Baldwin, Roger Howarth. Carly fell in love with the reformed serial murderer while going through one of her off phases with Sonny. This outraged her family, who believed Franco had raped her son while he was incarcerated. The court determined that Franco's heinous deeds were caused by a brain tumor. He turned into a kind guy once the physicians at General Hospital removed it. Mrs. Corinthos and the reformed Franco Baldwin weren't infatuated with each other. They made the decision to tie the knot on Halloween. However, Carly cheated on Sonny since she was unable to keep him away. Franco used a hideous necklace camera to spy on her. Then he went up to her and left her there at the altar. Eventually, Carly returned to Sonny, and the lovely Elizabeth Weber won Franco over. On General Hospital, Edward Quartermain, John Ingle, was a cunning businessman. Leela Quartermain, Anna Lee, his wife, was the love of his life. The richest man in Port Charles had several women vying for his attention, as much as he loved Leela. Edward's relationship with Beatrice Lesueur, played by Marcella Markham, is the most well-known. Jimmy Lee Holt, Steve Bond, their son, was born into their union. Additionally, while he believed Leela was dead, he was married to Heather Weber. Robin Matson Bradley Ward, Aaron Seville, is the son of Mary May Ward, Rosalind Cash, with whom he had another affair. However, Edward and Leela's love story endured everything. It was meant to be between the two. It is almost unimaginable to imagine Edward on General Hospital with anyone else. What are your thoughts? Did the pair you disliked the most end up on General Hospital? Which pair did you loathe more, Ava Jerome's or Morgan Cornetos's? For daily news and spoilers, come back here. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our General Hospital Update news channel and stay with us.